About had it wrapped up. It was really good too, man. I hope I hope I can hit it as good this time. Okay, we were expecting a pullback with Bitcoin. If you guys go back and watch yesterday's video, all right, we talked about 5 waves up here, right? Okay, I had number 4 up here or something, and then a 5th wave up. Okay, so we knew fourth wave pullback was coming. All right, we talked about that weekly RSI being overextended. If we go out on the weekly here, all right, look at this thing. That weekly RSI was at 100 and 100 yesterday. Okay, so that's how fast this can happen. I mean, all the coins that I cover over here on the right, all right, if you go up, if I put the biggest losers up at the top, some of these got hit pretty good. Okay, Veracity, I believe that bottomed out, but some of these, look at them. I mean, 9, 8. When Bitcoin has a pullback, man, Caspa 11.9. We're going to look at that chart in a second, but I need to cover this with you guys, okay? Because you get me in my head. I got my own thing. What's going on here, and I'm just keeping a very close eye on this. All right, now if this is going up in 5 waves, the trend-based fib, you guys know it gives a target up here of 48,471. All right, now if we had a pullback here, how deep could this Bitcoin pullback go? Okay, now let's see. Wave 2 would have stopped right there to the top. Right about there. Okay, so this thing, I want it as good as I can possibly get it here. Okay, pretty close right there, and that top looks pretty good. We could pull down right, 39,000 bucks, 39.8 down to 39.1 to 38.5. Okay, that's the 786. That would be the top of this wave 2. You got your 1 here, right up there's top of wave 1. The bottom, there's bottom of wave 2. This would be wave 3 up here. Wave 4, I expect it at least to come down to 39.8. It's right in between there now. Anywhere in this box down here, okay? And then this 5th wave up to that 48, 48.4, whatever we had it here. I'm going to put it back on here in a second. All right, now, this pullback here, down to, if this is over, I'm expecting it to come down a little bit more though. We got the daily. The daily's still coming down, but these other ones, look how low these are getting. All right, you got your 12 at the bottom. It's at a 47 down here. You got your 8 at the bottom. Look how low it's getting, a 39 down here. Look at this 4. It's at the bottom. Look how low it got. It went the whole way down to a 25. Down to a 25. Look at that, okay? So it looks like it's ready for a possible 5th wave up here, okay? The daily, in my heart, I believe this thing's going to swing back up. It's going to finish that 5th wave, and then we could have a pretty big correction. Is that going to be the end of this? I don't know. We'll have to see. I want to show you guys something though. All right, now please hang with me here because a lot of this makes a lot of sense. You guys are my number one priority. I already know what I'm looking at with this stuff. In my mind, okay, now this trend-based fib, we had wave 1, the top of wave 1, and the retrace of wave 2. All right, which takes us up there. If we go out on a monthly, all right, hang with me, please. This makes a lot of sense, guys. And you want to make money in this. I took some profits the other day off the table with this weekly RSI getting so high. Not on Kaspa, on Beam. I took some profits off the table. I just, with it getting that high, you can lose them so fast. Now, if we take this and put it on here, all right, look at that. Lines right up with that 618, okay? That trend-based fib. You see our extension in there, our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 618 is right there, okay? Right there. Boom, right on it, all right? Now if we go, you can see it even better right here on the weekly, okay? Right, it was hitting right on there. Now if we go back here real quick, I'm trying to make this as fast as possible, guys. Money is what matters here, okay? That's why you're here. When it hit the 618 back here in 2019, all right, then it ended up, all right, you've seen people piling in. After it hit that top right there, we're not going to count COVID, all right? You had about a 52% pullback. All right, 52%. Bitcoin came back down to 6,500. Next fall, we started the bull run. Is that going to happen this time? Quite honestly, if it does, that's fine. I'm loading my bags deeper, and I'm going to run with it. Okay, now check this out. All right, if this runs up to that 618. This all ties together. Please hang in there. Just hang with me here. Okay? That 618, look how this lines up right here with that resistance area. Put a line here, okay? Now, say it gets rejected there. Okay? Say it does. All right? Maybe it's not gonna. Maybe this is a whole... I'm looking at a couple different things here that could happen. That's why I'm paying such close attention. What if this is a 1, 2... and this is the 3 coming up here, gets rejected, pulls back, and then we bust up through. Very possible, okay? A target there would be, but say we get rejected there, all right, and we pull back another 52%. Check this out, please. Hold on. Say this pulls down 52. 52 was right, roughly right about there, okay? What is that? 22, around 22,000 bucks. Look at this. If we take and look for a pullback off of there, off of this area, okay, and it runs up to 48, gets crushed there. All right, that's where we have our pullback. Whoops, sorry. This all ties together, guys. Please pay attention. We hit that, okay, right there, 48, and we have a 52% pullback. Where's that put us? Right at the 786 Fibonacci. Beautiful. That is the perfect entry. The 786 is what you would want, man. You can put a stop loss right underneath that. I'm just saying, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just, all this stuff is lining up, okay? I'm just telling you, all this stuff is lining up. Could it bust through there and head into a new bull run? Well, let me tell you something. If the Dow Jones, and I'm going to show you this because this stuff is so important, guys. This all comes back to us making money. The Dow Jones on the monthly is so close to setting a new all-time high. I have an alarm up there. Right here is the all-time high. Right over there. Okay? Right here. At 37,031, all right, right around there. Now, look at the monthly RSI. Monthly RSI is heading up, okay? The weekly is at 100 and 100, okay? The daily is turning back up, all right? So this is where we got to pay attention for a double top, okay? I can't get a wave count on this thing. It just is too, it's pretty sloppy through here. It busted out of that wedge, okay? The wedge pattern it had going here. So we'll have to see if it breaks a new all-time high. That could throw Bitcoin into a bull run. The DXY, the dollar, okay, on the monthly is at the bottom. All right, on the weekly is at the bottom. That means the DXY is probably going to push up. All right, the daily's at the top here, but that weekly, let's look at this on the chart. All right, the weekly, if this thing came down, the weekly is reset. All right, this looks like a perfect 1, 2. You got your weekly RSI reset. You got your monthly RSI reset. Is this where the dollar takes off? Okay. I don't know. Well, that's another one. That's a huge one, though, because if this dollar takes off and sets new all-time highs, that's going to bring the market down. Okay, to put a trend-based fib on that thing, You know, that would put the DXY up at 136. If that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here, you know, if this is just a 1, 2, the weekly RSI reset, you know, who knows where this thing could go. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it, guys. That's it. That's all we can do. Okay, the DXY. Then you got the S&P 500. Just please hang with me, guys. All this stuff ties. All the stock market ties into crypto. 100%. If people tell you don't, they honestly don't know what they're talking about. If the Dow Jones tanks, Bitcoin is pretty correlated with it. Let's just put it that way, okay? You got the weekly RSI on the S&P 500 at 100 and at 97. You got the monthly at a 72 to 66, turning up, getting close. Look at this. Getting up there. It's through the 786. Here's the all-time high over here. Here we go again. Okay. Now is this possible? Is this going to break through? This looks like a fourth wave pullback right here. You know, and then a 5 up. Is this going to be a double top? Could this be, you know, right here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your fifth wave up? Absolutely could be. You know, looks like a fourth wave pullback to me. All right, it's just a matter if it sets a new all-time high or not. Now, if we put a trend-based Fibonacci on that, where would that put the S&P 500? I haven't looked at this. You know, swing low to the swing high to the retracement. That would give the S&P a new all-time high. Yeah, oh, okay, at one time, look at that. That's crazy. I didn't even know I put that up there a while ago, but I did. That would put it up at 5,617. That would give it a new all-time high. Oh, I apologize. That's the 1.618. Wow. That ties together pretty good. You know, all the signs are there. We could be thrown into a new bull run if the S&P breaks new highs, the Dow Jones breaks new highs. It could throw us into a bull run, okay? No question about it. It's just a very, excuse me, it's just a very, very cautious time. All right, we gotta pay attention to what's going on in here, okay? So now, let's look at this. Let's look at this chart. Number one. Let's get rid of some of this crap in here, okay? I apologize. I didn't mean to say crap, but this is out right now. Let's get this off here, clean my chart up, and let's look at Caspa and see what's going on here. This wedge is over with and done. Let's get it off there. There we go. I had an alarm set there earlier. Get that out of there. And let's look at this chart, okay? Now, right down here was the start of this wave that came up here, okay? If you go out on a weekly, you can see pretty clearly there's the start of the wave right there, right up, okay? So if we take a fib and look and see where this could pull back, go from your swing low to your swing high. All right, there we go. All right, now let's go back on the daily. Usually it, oops, darn it, apologize guys. Let's do that one more time. Swing low to the swing high. There we go. Okay. Alright, did that give me the same as the weekly? Yeah, I just need to go a hair lower. There we go. Alright, because this is important, obviously. Alright, here we go. Now this could, usually the 618 or 702 is your pullback area. Alright, now we have talked that this weekly RSI was getting high. At some time, it was going to get us. You know, I said that yesterday, you know, to beware of that. Quite honestly, I expected a push-up, though. But Bitcoin, you know, crushed all that in a hurry. This thing was pushing up out of here. Yesterday, we were right here at this green. That green candle right here is where we were at, and it was breaking, and then Bitcoin just plummeted. All right, that pulled this thing down, and that's what's going on here. All right, so now some targets. Let's look at the fibs first. The 4 hours turning down. The 8 hour is at the bottom, a 9 and a 14. The 12 is at the bottom, a 6 and a 672. The daily is at the bottom, a 2 and a 4. Okay, and we got the weekly pulling down here. Quite honestly, that I believe Bitcoin is going to start running up for that fifth wave in there, and I think the Caspa is probably going to roll back up here. I would imagine we got the 12, or the daily, the 12, and the 8 all on the floor. We got the 4 still rolling over, which I think is going to possibly get us to some of these targets. All right, we've only really hit the 50% retracement. You know, we could come down to 10.7 right here. We could come down to 10 cents. It's a 702. All right, and down here at 9.4. All right, so them are very real possibilities that we got to pay attention to. And Bitcoin. All right, now the one thing positive, I don't see a big dump here. All right, when Bitcoin dumped, we have a red candle here. Obviously, some people took some profits. All right, but we don't have a big crash here. All right, so that's one good thing. Now, if we were looking here, and this was a 1-2, especially out on a weekly time frame, okay, it looks a lot different here. All right, if there's a 1, 2, 3, this was the fourth wave pullback here, and the fifth wave up. Let's get back here in this daily. All right, and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just looks like a 5 should be pushing up here. I mean, to me, I believe so. You know, if this is the bottom of wave 1, wave 2, retracement. All right, let's give it a target up here. You know, 28. You know, okay. Now, if this down here, there's something else we got to look at here. Okay, let me take this off here. Let's go out on that weekly. What if that 1 started right here? 1, 2. Okay, let me get that ABC out of there. All right, let's take a look. Trend base fib. Go from your low to your high to the retracement. Where does that put this? No, that would put that over. Okay, that's why I don't think that, and this doesn't look like a 5 wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth wave up from there. That would look like a 5 wave here, but I believe this daily time frame looks better. This looks more like a 5 wave to me. You know, your 1, 2, 3. We made it up here. Fourth wave, you know, and this is perfectly normal. This fourth wave could pull down here to 10, and then our fifth wave target up there at 28. We'll just have to see what happens. See how far it pulls back. See if Bitcoin starts moving. You know, but your targets, like I said, keep an eye on these areas. I'm going to look at volume here real quick. And please consider joining the channel as a member, guys. I would really appreciate it, man. It would help me out so much. Keep an eye on these targets. Your 618 is at 10.8. Your 702 is at 10.2. And then the 786 is at 9.5. Boy, would that be a good buy area. I'm not hoping it goes down there. We got the daily, the 12, and the 8 on the bottom, ready to head up. All right, we got our 4 still rolling over, and we got that weekly still rolling over, but it looks like it wants to push up. You can see the bend in it. All right, if I pull it up here, you know, this one's coming straight down. The stochastic, that just is not straight down. You can see a bend starting in that thing. Okay, it's not, doesn't look like a straight down move to me. Maybe it is. We'll see. If it is, all right, watch for them deeper targets here. All right, there you can see them better. Actually, this should be down a hair. There you go. Keep your eye on these targets, guys. If Bitcoin starts taking off, it looks like we're getting a little bit more correlated with Bitcoin. All right, we were breaking out yesterday. We were breaking out of that resistance, and still that resistance area. Keep an eye on it because it's still very much in play. This blue resistance line, very much still in play. Line it up, and you know, once we break through this area, I believe this thing's going to have a nice run. You know, I was trying to measure out an ABC in here, or see if I could find something in there, you know, to mark a bottom. I just don't see a 702 or anything on there yet. You have a 618 right there. But if we pull that down on top, boy, that would be close. Man, that is very, very close. You guys see what I'm talking about here? A B to the 618 right there, and then pull it down on top of the 618. Will give you a bottom right there at 11.6. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see how it plays out. But if you go out on the weekly, put your your Fibonacci retracement on there and watch them levels. It might not even break the 11.4. It very well, if Bitcoin takes off as strong as Caspa is. But keep an eye on these levels, guys. All right, thank you so much. I hope you hung in there. I hope you didn't take offense to anything, guys. I'm just trying to show you and make sense of this market. I don't want to see anybody lose any money, man, and I don't want to, especially because of me. All right, just take all the information in and pay attention to what's going on, and if you're in some profits, there's nothing wrong with taking some money off the table. Nothing wrong at all. I only took $100 out of Beam the other day, but I'm glad I did. I don't got a pile of money in it, but Beam, I ended up I got rid of it up here, right up there at that 18.4 area, right up here. I got rid of a little bit, so it wasn't much. It took $100 out, so I'm glad I did, though. That ended up pulling all the way back down here. So we'll see what happens with the market, guys. Thank you so much. I apologize for blabbering. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.